What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Freeway. You know what, we at it again. We back at it again with another one. Now today we're gonna be looking at Dr. Phil, why woman objects to prenuptial agreement fiance. Let's get right to it.
Clear that what we're talking about here are trust issues, and it has to do with your drinking and partying and maybe doing drugs and maybe cheating. Those are the issues that are bothering him.
That he's had.
Come on, you're drinking, you're doing drugs, you are maybe cheating. This man deserves a prenup. This man deserves a prenup. Ain't no way around that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's having.
Yep.
Now, let's take a look at what the terms of this prenuptial agreement were going to be. He wants to keep the initial value of the home, wants to keep his pension, he wants to stop.
I mean, that's not asking for much. This man want to keep his pension. He want to keep the initial value of the house they've been living in for I don't know how many years. You know, I'm guessing that's his dad's house and or his parents' house, and he want to keep that. And he want to stop supporting the spouse after 5 years. Bro, I would stop supporting her after a few months. After 3 months, 6 months, but she got to walk away with something, right? But he gave her 5 years. That's a lot. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. That's a good deal.
Spousal support after 5 years of divorce. So that's what he said he wanted in this prenuptial agreement.
That's right.
Okay, and you object to that, why?
We have lived in that house for 6 years. Not only it's my home, it's our family's home. And my dad,
So wait, it's saying Mel canceled her wedding because her fiance wanted a prenup. Bro, you was out there drinking, partying, doing drugs for God knows what. And he supposedly think you're cheating. And now you want to cancel the wedding because he asked for a prenup. Sus.
runs a construction business. A lot of money was put
What do
into
you
that
think about
house.
that?
Well, that's why I want, like, the bottom two, I wasn't, they were really my dad's initial.
But you never stuck up. You never stuck up to your dad for me to say that. You still initially had it as those three main points.
That's what he wants, yeah.
And then he never stuck up for me and said, you know what, Melissa's all right. Like, let's.
Yeah, because there were improvements to the home. You sent us pictures of that.
Yeah.
We have before and after pictures of the home, about 20 grand. I mean, on one side, you've got the before.
Let me see. I mean, yeah, it's a big change.
And on the other side after, where everything was completely renovated and done with floors and fixtures
and a new
stuff
deck.
like
My dad
that.
did a new deck.
Yeah, a new deck on the house, and also you do have investment in this house, but you said you just want the initial value of the house.
That's
And
fair,
then
bro.
if it were to,
He just wants the initial value of the home, not all the additive, not all the additions that made the price of the value of the house go higher. He probably want that to be split in half. That's fair. This guy is fair.
be
If it appreciated, then she could get that if you ever decided to sell it.
So that was my
that
idea
what
to do
saying?
it that
upon
way.
exit.
That was that plan. I went over to his dad's house after I heard that he was not marrying me unless a prenup was signed. I went over and spoke with his dad and said, hey, Barry, like, what are we gonna,
Go down to Pops. His Pops said, you're not marrying her until the prenup is signed. His Pops is smart. You know what's going on.
what are we gonna do here? And he wrote out what he said. And I said, well, you just want me to walk away with absolutely nothing? I said, why don't we at least split the difference? So that was my idea
You tried to work it out.
That was my idea. We had 5 weeks. I literally had 1 day before we would lose all of our deposits because it was within 30 days, we signed a contract saying everything's canceled.
Was that fair?
No, and I wasn't involved in that conversation, which,
You came to me,
What do you mean you weren't involved?
with the conversation between
Well, no,
my
was it
dad.
fair that she had one day to
No.
fish or cut bait?
No, it definitely wasn't.
Because, I mean, this is an ambush. You had her between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
How the hell was this an ambush? I mean, if he gave her 1 day, think about this. That is an ambush. You know, this should have been came up.
And so she cut bait.
She did, yep.
What did you think she was going to do? Do you think she'd sign her? Do you think she had?
I figured we'd have a conversation about it more than we did.
You came in guns blaring, though. You came in and said, I'm not marrying you. My dad says we're signing this. And that was it. So yeah, I got scared and I canceled the whole thing. We Facebooked our guests. We haven't really talked about it since.
At this point, you shouldn't even marry her. You know what I'm saying? You already said it. I'm not marrying her. You should just cut to the chase. Don't marry her. Simple.
Facebooked our guests and
You already don't trust her.
said that sadly our wedding's not going to be happening. The invites were out and all the RSVPs were already back.
After being engaged for 6 years.
No, just
We were
engaged
engaged,
for a
but we
year.
got engaged in November.
Well, I mean, you were together for 6
2
years.
Sure.
Then you got engaged after 5 years.
I was
Yes.
about to
And-
say, being engaged for 6 years, that's crazy.
You have a child.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a
So-
child together.
I felt like really hurt and betrayed, and that he made me feel this.
Weren't
this
you
tall.
kind of already in this?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
You have a
that's-
child together? You've been together for 6
Fine.
years?
I was really worried about the house, that all of a sudden I would be forced to sell my father's inheritance and give Melissa half if this stuff kept going on.
What do you think about this now?
I still want the
My
prenuptial
boy, you better
agreement.
keep your pension, bro.
But the only thing
Don't
I
play.
really want in that prenuptial agreement is
Look at her
the,
face, bro.
the initial purchase price protected, and then anything over and above we separate in half.
That's fair.
And why is that important to you?
So that, for number one, Melissa gets a fair deal because she's been there for 7 years and done the majority of
You
the
changed your,
decorating. And,
he's changed his tune since his dad passed away.
Come on, bro. Are you gonna bring his dad in this? Come on. All right, guys. Till the next time. It's your boy Freeway. Again, always make sure you sign that prenup. It should be standard anyway. It should always be standard. I'm saying this now. It should be standard, bro. You should be fair with this. Because marriage is basically like 50-50. You flipping a coin with this thing, bro. You may feel a certain way now, but after a while, you may not feel that way. So get that shit signed. All right, stop playing. All right, ball out.